the most out of pocket, sad. Drew got another girl pregnant. And one of Stephanie's daughters literally has a bald spot in her head. A bald spot. When I seen that pop up, oh my God. The bald spot is so huge. Like somebody literally like yanked it out of her head. Stephanie, did you do that? Did you do that to your baby? And then you have the nerve to get on here and cry in front of your phone. And I do not like to be the type of person that is like, you don't deserve your children. Your children need taken away from you. But that, somebody needs to do something, not just talk. Somebody needs to do something.
Yeah, it's the next morning. I mean, I did tell you I was recording at like 3:30, so this is what we got. I'm just curious. Why do people automatically assume that a woman that stays with a man that they know is doing stuff behind their back and just is just disconnected, period? Why do you automatically assume that that means the woman is just like dismissive of everything and completely okay with it? And she's just like, oh, I'm okay with being treated like that. When in reality, a lot of women are strategic, and we know like our situation is something we can handle currently, especially if we know what the fuck's going on. We know what's up, you know? We know what we're in for now. Disconnect is not anything I can't handle. And I've said this many times. Him and I work good as a family. Our kids thrive when him and I are working together to do what's best for our kids. And that's just that. Why y'all gonna assume that I'm instantly just like...
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel where we spill the tea on all the wildest gossip straight from the TikTok trenches. I'm your girl, dishing it out with zero filters, but all the facts checked against the rumors. Before we dive into this absolute roller coaster of a story about Stephanie Jenkins allegedly piecing together Drew's shady side adventures, drop a quick comment below. Where are you watching from? What's the time there? And if you haven't already, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Boom, done, let's go. All right, buckle up because today we're unpacking the latest alleged drama swirling around Stephanie Jenkins, the TikTok mom of 5 who's been at the center of so much speculation lately. Now remember, everything I'm about to share is based on rumors and allegations floating around online. Nothing's been confirmed by the parties involved, so take it with a grain of salt. But oh boy, does it paint a picture of chaos, heartbreak, and some seriously questionable decisions. We're talking about a woman who's allegedly reached her breaking point after a whirlwind of incidents, from supposed splits to shocking revelations about infidelity, and it's all playing out in the public eye. But let's start from the top and break it down step by step, because this isn't just gossip. It's a window into the messy realities of relationships under the spotlight.
Why y'all gonna assume that I'm instantly just like dismissive of everything that I spoke of and that it's back and forth with the mental? No, it can all be the same. It can literally all be accurate at the same time. I can be trying to work on things with him and see if we still have a future together, as well as planning that possibility isn't a thing, but making sure I'm good if that's the case. Can you like understand that, or is that just too much? Like, given these accounts that want to just sit there and be like, it's in the eyes, you see it, she's using, stop giving them views. Meanwhile, they put their angles on the camera somewhere where you can't see they're actually the ones using. Like, come on. I literally have nothing to hide and put myself up here looking raunchy. I'll get out. I would probably be a little more ashamed of that and try to hide it if I was like using and paranoid about it. Most users are paranoid too. But I'm fucking tired. I'm really tired.
First off, let's talk about that video Stephanie posted last night. Allegedly, of course. From what the rumors suggest, this wasn't her typical polished content. No voiceover, no captions popping up to guide the narrative, nothing like that. It was raw, unfiltered, and honestly a bit eerie. Stephanie reportedly looked completely out of it, not in a way that screams anything illicit, but more like she was utterly drained, like life had sucked every last drop of energy from her. Picture this. She's in the kitchen, stirring something in a pot, zoned out, not engaging with the world around her. And in the background, one of her daughters pipes up, allegedly pulling a pitcher of water from the fridge and noticing something odd. "Mom," she says, "why is there a Band-Aid on this?" And then she adds, I keep finding band-aids on everything. Wild, right? But Stephanie, she doesn't even turn around, doesn't acknowledge it, doesn't respond, just keeps stirring away like she's in another dimension. The little girl peels off the Band-Aid, they grab what they need, but get this. Kids being kids, the fridge door stays wide open. And Stephanie? Still no reaction. She allegedly just lets it hang there, door ajar, while she continues prepping the meal. It's these little details in the rumors that make you pause and think, something's off here.
Stephanie Jenkins saying that why is it that you think just because she knows that Drew Jenkins is talking to other women or doing things behind her back, that she's okay with said things that are being done behind her back? Make that make sense. Like Cardi B. Because we have eyes. We know everybody, anybody would have a problem with their man stepping out on them, yet you seem to say that everything is okay, all hunky-dory, but then you're talking about how you're going to leave him. Like, you are back and forth. You can't, it's so unstable, your thoughts and just your plan of action. Like, the inconsistency of how you feel about Drew just really shows how you are inconsistent in providing a life for your kids. Like, you can't get them consistently a house, you can't get a job. Like, these are things that you're incapable of doing, and it's showing in the poor decision making, or I should say the poor decisions that you make daily. So much to say. However, I really am so bothered by the fact that you keep putting your kids through this and all you want is Drew and he doesn't want you. That's very sad.
Not like she's under the influence or anything dramatic like that, just exhausted, spaced out, like the weight of the world is pressing down hard. And speaking of that exhaustion, the allegations are that this is a far cry from her usual vibe. Normally, Stephanie's posts are chatty, defensive, full of explanations or clapbacks. But this, silent treatment all around. It's got people speculating that whatever's brewing behind the scenes is serious enough to knock her off her game. I've heard rumors that other creators are even stepping back from covering the resilient Jenkins saga, allegedly because if Stephanie's not posting as frequently, there's less fuel for the fire. Content dries up, views might still trickle in from recycled takes, but it's all filler, no thriller. People are allegedly posting about nothing just to keep the algorithm happy, but deep down, everyone's waiting for the next drop.
Someone go check on the kids and Stephanie. If Drew Jenkins really got another woman pregnant, that is beyond wild. How can you have your family of 7 up in a motel room for the last 6 months and you allegedly got another woman pregnant in the last 4 months? Allegedly, guys, she's 4 months along, apparently, and her name is Sierra. Allegedly, while Drew was out doing that gig work late at night, he was doing other work as well, apparently. Let me show you guys the comment. And there's been a few comments I've seen circulating around, but on Drew's recent video on TikTok, this comment says, "Hey Drew, Sierra is pregnant, by the way. Is this going to be your 7th or 8th? And then someone said, "Wait, who the hell is Sierra?" And someone said, "Drew's girl he's been seeing when he's apparently doing his late night gig work. Sierra from the dispensary, what's her tag?" The next comment basically says the Sierra girl does not want to go public right now, but she has a friend that is trying to get her to make a video to speak on the situation. Stephanie has been quiet on her platforms the last 24 hours. She hasn't posted anything besides this video post. It says, "A narcissist will neglect their partner and or children in multiple ways but gladly help a coworker, neighbor, or stranger. Why? Because it's all about their image and getting praise from others. They save their behavior for behind closed doors." That post alone says a lot. This is all alleged, not confirmed, but I really hope this is not true.
And here's the thing. As someone who dives into this gossip for a living, I have to give props where due. If the rumors are true, Stephanie's doing the smart thing by keeping quiet right now. She's allegedly handling whatever this is privately, not blasting it out for the world to dissect. That's growth, folks, especially after past dramas where she'd allegedly jump online to defend or deny. But yeah, it benefits folks like me who monetize off the buzz. Yet, at the end of the day, she's a real person with real kids. And if something heavy is going down, stepping back from the spot spotlight is allegedly the right move. It's not like her to ghost like this. No crazy captions, no fiery lives, just silence. Makes you wonder if this is the turning point, the moment she allegedly decides to bail on the toxicity and chart a new course for herself and those 5 little ones.
So Stephanie posted on Facebook that she's posting drafts because she's not ready to talk to us yet. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was innocent, I would easily have a rebuttal to everything that's coming up. I would be like, oh, she's got something going on with her autoimmune system, or oh, I was talking to Drew when I was cursing her out. You would have a rebuttal immediately. You wouldn't hide.
Now, zooming out a bit, let's connect this to the bigger alleged picture. Has Stephanie finally hit her limit after a week jammed with incidents and whispers about the resilient Jenkins crew? Rumors kicked off last weekend with talks of a split between Stephanie and Drew. He allegedly bounced for less than 24 hours before slinking back home. Then, bam, Stephanie goes live, and you could allegedly cut the tension with a knife. She looked irritated, frustrated, like she'd been through the ringer. But what really set the internet ablaze? Allegedly snapping at her 10-year-old Addie and dropping an F-bomb right at the kid. F you, she supposedly said. And whoa, that didn't sit well with viewers. It's one thing to vent as an adult, but directing that at a child? Allegedly, it infuriated folks, sparking debates about parenting under pressure.
I don't know if a lot of people on here are familiar with the term, speedballing. That is when you do an upper and a downer, like meth and H, dog food. I mean, guys, why do they look like that? But then you also got this. I mean, she looks like she can barely hold her eyes open, much less her head up. Like, I don't feel like I ever got like that with MJ. Like, I don't know, but it's definitely the eyes. I will DIE on this hill, okay? The eyes. The eyes. That's not normal.
And right in the midst of that storm, enter Sierra, an individual who's come forward with some bombshell claims. Allegedly, Sierra's 4 months pregnant with Drew's baby. Yeah, you heard that right. While Drew's out there supposedly hustling with gig work, the rumors paint a picture of him allegedly getting tangled up in extracurriculars that have nothing to do with rideshares or deliveries. It's the kind of allegation that could shatter any relationship. And now, word is Stephanie's allegedly taken matters into her own hands by reaching out to this side piece directly. From the gossip mill, Drew's alleged side piece, let's call her the exposed one in this saga, reportedly spilled everything to Stephanie. She allegedly provided all the proof needed to confirm it was really Drew on the other end of those conversations, not some catfish or fabrication. Screenshots, timestamps, the works, allegedly enough to make it undeniable.
You can hear it in my voice. So my man just started a night job, as well as he's been working gig work for quite some time now, and it's been an adjustment for the kids. They're not used to him being gone so often, especially bedtime routine. They're used to dad being here. Our toddler especially relies on dad being right next to him when he goes to bed. Hence why I'm just finally getting to this voiceover, because I just finally got Bubba's to sleep. So with Drew being gone more often, I've been trying the best to get the content that I can. But I mentioned this before, the kids always come first for me. And I like to be super interactive and involved with my kiddos. And oftentimes that means I'm not setting up a camera beforehand. As you can imagine, it's been quite the challenge trying to keep all these kiddos busy with this heat and...
And get this. The side piece supposedly described Stephanie as being in constant fight or flight mode, like she's wired for survival but with no safety net. No one to turn to, allegedly, and some whispers suggest that's on Stephanie herself. There's talk that when she allegedly tried to mend fences with her mom, she laid down an ultimatum. Go online and tell everyone everything you said was a lie or no relationship. Her mom didn't bite, hasn't shown up online, and boom, no reconciliation. It's the kind of alleged family rift that leaves you isolated, especially when the chips are down. So now, with all this info allegedly in her lap, does Stephanie pack up her 4 kids? Wait, 5 total, but rumors vary on count sometimes. Allegedly the core group. Hop in the car and drive off into a fresh start? Or is this just another cycle, another ploy for sympathy? The rumors have people divided. Some think this is the wake-up call she needs. Others allege it's more of the same back and forth. What do you think? Is this the push that finally gets her out? Or are we in for more alleged drama loops? Shifting gears a tad, but staying in the alleged family dynamics lane, let's chat about CPS, Child Protective Services, and how the resilient Jenkins have allegedly dodged their radar so far.
Speaking of CPS, I wonder how the resilient Jenkins have eluded them thus far. And let's put aside some of the things that we've seen on the internet, such as deplorable conditions and all, and let's talk about factual rules and laws. I'm not sure about Oregon or Portland, but I know in my state certain rules that you must follow. I know these because I was a licensed foster parent up until February this year when I allowed my license to lapse. Let's talk about the first thing. Every child must have a bed. They are not allowed to sleep on a sofa sleeper or a cot. It must be a real bed.
Putting aside the online chatter about living conditions, which rumors describe as deplorable at times, let's focus on the factual-ish side based on general knowledge of rules, though allegedly varying by state. In places like Oregon or Portland, where they're supposedly based, there are strict guidelines for child welfare. For instance, every kid allegedly needs their own real bed. No sofa sleepers or cots allowed. It has to be a proper setup. Then there's the rule about opposite gender kids not sharing sleeping quarters. Privacy matters. Even same-gender kids over a certain age allegedly can't bunk together for the same reason.
The second thing is children of the opposite gender are not allowed to share sleeping quarters. The third thing, children over a certain age, even if they are the same gender, are not allowed to share sleeping quarters. It's a privacy thing. And the last thing, the biggest red flag I see is children are not allowed to share sleeping quarters with adults, no matter if they're related or not, but especially if they're not related and of the opposite gender, meaning that Drew is not related to the girls, nor is he married to Stephanie, so therefore they are not related. So how are they getting by with this? If someone's from the Portland area and can comment maybe Oregon CPS laws, or tell me what your CPS laws are, because I'm just wondering, what is the difference in each and every state? Because I kind of thought they all followed the same guidelines. I'm just curious. Let's talk about this though, because I just wonder really how have they eluded CPS thus far?
But the big alleged red flag? Kids aren't supposed to share rooms with adults, especially unrelated ones of the opposite gender. Drew's not married to Stephanie, not biologically related to the girls. So how does that allegedly fly? If anyone's from the Portland area, the rumors make me curious about Oregon's specific CPS laws. Do they mirror other states? Or are there loopholes? I always thought these guidelines were pretty uniform across the board, but allegations suggest maybe not. It's got people wondering how they've allegedly slipped through the cracks thus far, especially with all the public scrutiny. Is it luck, or is there more to the story? Either way, it's a topic that sparks serious questions about accountability in these rumored situations. Circling back to the core of this alleged infidelity expose, Stephanie's supposedly spiraling hard over the news that Drew has another woman, Sierra, knocked up. All speculation, but the TikTok streets are buzzing with claims backed by alleged screenshots from the side piece herself. It's like a digital breadcrumb trail leading straight to betrayal. And Stephanie's reaction? Allegedly full meltdown mode? But here's where my critical eye kicks in. Witty as it may sound, I can't help but think if she channeled half that energy into stabilizing her own life and shielding her kids from the fallout, things might look different. Take the rumored stress on the children. One of the little ones is allegedly balding, like legit patches from what sounds like stress-induced alopecia or pulling.
So Bella has a bald spot. I've been MIA. I haven't been checking on good old meth
in like a couple days, and I totally missed it that it was in that video. So the same day that I caught her talking like that to Addie, saying, shut the F up, don't be disturbing me, F you, then that same day she posts a video with Bella having a bald spot. Now, I want to give this woman the benefit of the doubt, okay? So there are some other things that can cause bald spots in children, sudden bald spots in children. And there could be fungal infections, there could be an autoimmune disease, there could be alopecia, there could be malnutrition. There's like a bunch of different things that can cause that, as well as stress.
You've seen those screenshots from her quick videos? It's heartbreaking if true. Addie's allegedly been caught crying in voiceovers, the tension palpable. It's alleged that if Stephanie prioritized her kids' well-being as much as she allegedly chases after Drew, they'd be in a far better spot. Instead, the rumors paint her as more fixated on the drama, the rumors, the backstabbing, while the little ones bear the brunt. It's sad, really. Those babies deserve a safe haven, not this alleged whirlwind of instability. And don't get me started on the alleged inconsistency in Stephanie's stance. Rumors have her saying things like, just because I know Drew's talking to other women or doing stuff behind my back doesn't mean I'm okay with it. But then, allegedly, she flips the script, acting like everything's fine one minute, threatening to leave the next.
So it's not necessarily that something happened, because I don't want to speculate that, but at the same time, it doesn't look good. And so, I don't know how CPS showed up at her door the next day after that was all done and didn't check these children. We didn't check them for any signs. I mean, I don't know why this girl has a bald spot. I will put a picture in here if I haven't already put it on the video, but I will put a picture in here because I know a lot of you guys don't want to look at her content because you don't want to give her those views, and I get it, but I had to check on that because I heard about that.
It's this back and forth that screams instability, and it allegedly mirrors bigger issues, like not securing a consistent home or job. Poor decision-making on repeat, or so the allegations go. It's bothersome because at the heart of it are those kids, caught in the crossfire of alleged adult messiness. Drew doesn't want her, the rumors claim, yet she allegedly keeps circling back. Very sad indeed, and it makes you question what it'll take for a real shift. Now, let's dissect that other alleged video from Stephanie yesterday. Rumors break it down like this. She starts by addressing comments where people say, I wouldn't have posted that. She gets it, allegedly, but calls holding back the cowardly approach. Then she lays out her options, admitting she's struggling mentally, postpartum, homeless, and that sharing her raw feelings makes her seem crazy. But she's not ashamed, and allegedly doesn't think it reflects on her parenting.
Now, I want to address some comments, because I don't like repeating myself. Like, I will verbally repeat myself all the time, but I do not like typing and repeating myself, like, after another. So, the reason why I referred to Stephanie as Stephanie Jenkins in my last video is because that's what she's known as. I am fully aware that her name is not Stephanie Jenkins. It's Stephanie Thompson. I'm very aware of that. It's just that that's the name that she is known as. So, it's kind of like, in a way, not saying that she is a celebrity, but you know how like celebrities are referred to as their name that they're known as, not their legal name? That's why I was referring to her as the name that she's known as. Seeing these kids being treated the way that they're being treated is terrible. And it's like, if that's how you're treating your kids in front of the camera, what are we doing like behind the scenes? Because I know that when you're in front of a camera, you're putting your best foot forward. People are usually putting their best foot forward, and you don't see the crazy behind the scenes stuff that actually goes down in their lives. So if this is what we're seeing on camera, I can't imagine what is going on behind the scenes. It's just, I hope
that there's nothing that terrible going on behind the scenes, because that would be so absolutely terrible for the children in that family. I just don't know.
Okay, pause. Nobody's mad about the crazy. We're all a bit unhinged in our ways. The upset stems from lack of progress, or so allegations suggest. People want to see movement out of that alleged hotel shelter, not just tears and explanations. Like, it's tragic to think about a baby learning to walk in such confines, but words alone don't cut it. Rumors urge commitment. Decide today to save every penny, no splurges, and with their alleged monthly earnings, minus car payments or whatever, they could allegedly buy a place outright in months. Cash in hand trumps credit history. No landlord would allegedly turn away 20 grand. Show us the plan, the steps, not just the sorrow.
So a lot of you were saying that it could be alopecia, she could be pulling her hair from stress. It could be so many different things, but we don't know. It's there, and that needed addressed. I feel like when Stephanie is recording and uploading videos, she does little to no editing. I also seen the video where she said that CPS came to her door, and I'm actually very happy that CPS is intervening. And I hope that when these children go to school, somebody is advocating for them. And now I'm starting to understand why Stephanie will not accept anything from her mother, her help, to talk to her, really nothing. And it's because she is isolating all those children. And I can confidently say that if something does not get done or somebody does not intervene and advocate for these children, something is going to happen. And even if Stephanie did not rip her hair out, she's still stressing her out to either make her pick her hair out or her hair is falling out because of all their situation, period.
She allegedly asks viewers to break down why she's such a horrible person. Truth? Rumors don't paint her as horrible, just misguided. The frustration comes from stagnation. No alleged changes, no forward motion. If plan A flops, pivot to B. Commit, save, scout properties. Allegedly, there are spots around their area perfect for outright purchase. Some fixer-uppers they could renovate on the go, boosting views as people tune in for the glow-up. And snapping at a child? Not ideal, especially if posted online. Allegedly invites backlash. Then there's the quick mention of a caseworker visit tying into CPS rumors. Someone allegedly commented about CPS showing up, and Stephanie ends emotional, postpartum tears flowing, sorry, but not sorry.
Stephanie, having postpartum depression explains your behavior. 100%. But it doesn't excuse your behavior. Having postpartum depression doesn't make you a bad mom. It doesn't. Not treating it or self-treating it with drugs on your own does make you a bad mom, because now you're being selfish. You just are. You're not being the best version of yourself for selfish reasons. Oh, I don't like doctors. Okay, grow up. Start liking them. You know what? You don't even have to like them. You just have to go see them and explain what's going on. And they're going to tell you, this is actually pretty normal. I can understand wanting to do it on your own and thinking that you're strong enough and you have the willpower to do it because you did it 3 times before. You can't. Okay? You can't. You are showing us every single day that you cannot do this anymore, which means something has to change. So change it. Go to the doctor and ask for medication to help your mental health so that you can be better for your kids and maybe go out and start hustling and get them out of a hotel room, motel room before Christmas. You're going to ruin another Christmas because you're too stubborn to go to the doctor? Ew.
On the daughter's alleged bald spot, rumors speculate alopecia, stress pulling, or other causes, but it's there and needs addressing. Stephanie's videos are allegedly minimally edited, so slips like this get through. And that's CP's door knock? Allegedly, she's thrilled? No, rumors say she called it harassment. But from general knowledge, CPS follows strict protocols. Calls get screened, only threshold meeting ones lead to visits. Multiple knocks aren't harassment if new reports come in. It's procedure.
Her live the other day, I didn't watch it, I watched somebody that reposted it. because her lives are for subscribers only. So when Stephanie was on live, she was telling her 10-year-old daughter, Addie, to either do her chores or watch the baby so she could do her live. And then when the baby starts crying, Stephanie starts crashing out on Addie. And you hear Addie say, I'm just trying so hard to help. And then Stephanie says, no, you're not. Then Stephanie goes off camera and you can hear it, even though she was trying to whisper so nobody could hear it. She says, fuck you and shut the fuck up. And you hear a slapping noise and you hear Addie say ow.
Allegedly, Oregon's rules. OAR 413-015-0100 outline this. No cap on visits like she supposedly claimed. It's good they're involved, offering support like Head Start or therapy to break the cycle. But if she allegedly resists, it could escalate concerns. Attitude matters. Verbal aggression toward kids or workers allegedly builds a case. Not expecting removal, but interventions for stability. That's the goal. More eyes on the kids means better protection, even if it's just programs getting them out of the alleged isolation. Whew, and that's not even scratching the surface of how Stephanie's allegedly isolating everyone. Rumors say she won't accept help from her mom because it threatens control, keeping the kids cut off, no outside influence. If no one intervenes, something could allegedly snap. Even if she didn't cause the bald spot, the stress from the situation allegedly is.
So, I mean, yeah, that's fucked up enough. From what I know, CPS is involved, but they've been involved for over a year, I'm guessing, from her last post. She said that they're at her door all the time. So the thought that I can't get out of my head is that when Addie gets older and she finds out that all these videos of her family, all Stephanie's videos, all her lives, all the reposts, all the people talking about them online, millions of views, thousands of subscribers, and nobody did anything for those kids. Nothing has come of anything. Not the CPS, not Stephanie's mom getting involved. How do you think that that's gonna make those kids feel? And this is like, I've never heard anybody talk about it this way before. And that's why I wanted to get on and post it. It just breaks my heart, dude. And I don't know what to do. Like, what can we do?
CP's knocking multiple times? Allegedly a sign things are escalating, but proving abuse is tough. They might push for parent-child interaction therapy or in-home support, but if refused, it allegedly flags negativity. Bias creeps in if attitude's poor, can't hold it together for officials. Concerning. History of not keeping cool with principals or doctors could corroborate verbal abuse claims, but criminal action? Unlikely without blatant proof. Goal, better parenting, less trauma for those kids turning into healthy adults. All this ties back to the alleged side piece exposure, Stephanie reaching out, getting the dirt, spiraling over the pregnancy rumor. It's the catalyst, but will it stick? Allegedly, she's in denial one day, furious the next, all while kids suffer.
Anyway, Stephanie, it's not disconnection. I said the same thing. I did. And then it's forced. It's forced because you have no options right now. You're stuck. That's why you feel like you're just disconnecting. There's no strategy. I should have practiced before I said that word. That one's hard for me. There's no strategy in making him want you. I tried it. I've been there. And even after when it was completely done, we still tried it when there's nothing. You may feel like you are crazy and love him and all that, but it is not love. It's because you are stuck. I had a plan. Did the plan work? No. He beat my ass because we got to the point where we could not live together because he was cheating on me and I was supposed to be okay with it.
If she loved them like she allegedly loves Drew, priorities shift. Stable home, job, peace. But chasing drama? Alleged recipe for more mess. And that scheming for donations rumor? If true, bold, allegedly guilting folks for not sending money while shunning work. Makes you question entitlement. Can't expect others to fund your life while they grind. Okay, let's get real. The Jenkins family just can't seem to shake off the drama, and this time it's escalated way beyond the usual TikTok shade or cryptic posts that leave everyone guessing. We're allegedly talking full-on Child Protective Services involvement, folks. CPS stepping into the picture with the resilient Jenkins crew, and things have reportedly blown up far past online callouts or viral beefs. It's got that heavy, real-life edge now, where the stakes aren't just views or followers, but potentially the well-being of those kids. Remember, everything I'm laying out here is based on rumors and allegations swirling around. No official confirmations, so we're piecing it together from the chatter. But oh man, does it paint a chaotic portrait? Let's break it all down, step by step, because this isn't just another chapter in their saga, it's allegedly the one where the curtain gets pulled back on some seriously troubling patterns.
Bethany says, showing your daughters it's okay to tolerate all of this. That's what's happening, and the generational trauma and abuse will continue. My friend that passed away gave me this book called Is It Me? By Natalie Hoffman. Yes, it's me. Yes, Stephanie, it's you. The book was written based off what the daughter felt going through her whole entire childhood and her adult life and her trauma. She ended up getting with somebody that abused her. Then she got pregnant. And do you know what she did? She got away from him so she could break the cycle.
It all allegedly kicked off with what looked like yet another classic Stephanie and Drew relationship meltdown, the kind they've cycled through every few weeks, like clockwork, keeping the audience hooked on the emotional roller coaster. Stephanie posted this tearful video, breaking down on camera, claiming Drew had straight up left her, blocked her number, and vanished into thin air without a heads up. She's allegedly sobbing about how she thought this time would be different, how she believed having kids together might finally make him commit for real. Instead, she's left alone in that motel room, ugly crying while her kids are audible in the background, just existing in the midst of her unraveling. Let that sink in for a second. Those children allegedly right there, listening to their mom pour out her heart about their dad ditching again. The internet was buzzing with questions. Is Drew really gone for good this time? Or is this another one of those performative stunts the Jenkins are rumored to pull to spark sympathy, boost engagement, and revive those dwindling view counts? It's the kind of thing that makes you side-eye the whole setup, wondering if the drama is as organic as it seems, or if there's a script behind the tears.
So her daughter will know this is not okay. When I read that, it literally tore me up, because my daughter was seeing that I was begging him, that I was trying to make him better, you shouldn't have to do that. Then when he left, I sat down and had a huge talk with my daughter and my son. I messed up and I shouldn't have kept him in our house that long. That is not the way a man treats a woman. And they probably seen bad me treating him like crap too when he cheated on me. Stephanie, you need to get out. And if you have help with any way, shape, or form, use it. It took me forever to be okay. I've always been the helper. I've always been the giver. And I can't right now in it. I never wanted the help. Take the help. Break the cycle. You have to. If you love your children, you'll break that cycle now. Not when your plan plays out.
In her alleged words, captured in the rumors, she says something like, I don't know, I didn't expect it to be any different for me. I mean, like, y'all said it like, that's how it went down with his exes, right? Just cold-hearted, like out the picture, like the kids don't matter. Probably because I thought like he actually loved us, you know? Thought I was too freaked. What the? No one's going to make me feel bad that I love people with my entire being. Okay? No one's going to make me feel bad about that, or make me feel stupid that I didn't push for this pain any sooner. I hate ugly crying online. Have fun with this. All of my ugliness for y'all loving haters. It's raw, it's messy, and allegedly she's owning that vulnerability while clapping back at the critics. But the public has seen this playbook before. A relationship implosion followed by a dramatic return and a fresh wave of content that monetizes the turmoil like it's prime-time entertainment. Yet, this round felt off, allegedly different in its intensity. For a stretch, Drew vanished from his own socials. No new posts, no reactions, no family vibes, just radio silence that fueled the speculation even more.
Stephanie posted a video last night. First things first, I'm just going to say in the video, she wasn't talking. She didn't do a voiceover. I dude, I don't think that there were captions like over it either. Very unlike her usual post. And just to be honest, she definitely looks out of it. Like something is just not out of it. Like, okay, some people may like beg to differ, but for me, she did not look like out of it like she was on something. She looked like out of it like drained, like literally drained. And she also didn't blur like the background audio. And one of her daughters was like, Mom, like she pulled like the pitcher of water out the refrigerator and was like, Mom, like, why is there a Band-Aid on this? And then she was still talking. She was like, I keep finding Band-Aids on everything. This is what the little girl was saying. She was like, I keep finding Band-Aids on everything. And Stephanie didn't even turn around, didn't even address her. She just kept stirring the pot or whatever. And like the little girl's like peeling a Band-Aid off of the water pitcher. And then like, I guess they got the water or whatever they needed to do, but you know how kids never close stuff. They never closed the refrigerator door. Stephanie never turned around to close the refrigerator door. She just continued making the meal the whole time with the refrigerator door just wide open, just looking spaced out. Again, I don't think that she was on anything. She just looks tired. Like, I definitely think something is going on over there for sure. I said that in my last video. I'm seeing other creators come on and say that like they're gonna not do Resilient Jenkins content anymore. People are saying they're gonna step back from doing the content. Cause yeah, there's definitely, well, first of all, she's not posting as much.
Then bam, he allegedly resurfaces. Not with some heartfelt reconciliation post or a focus on the kids, but in a video showing him wandering down a sidewalk, dragging a duffel bag like he's on some solo quest. The caption? Something along the lines of, current situation, going to find some food and something to blow my tree with. There he is, allegedly all alone, no kids in frame, no motel backdrop, just a street scene that screams detachment and running from responsibility. Stephanie even allegedly commented under that video, confirming he'd blocked her, which for many viewers wasn't a shock, but a grim confirmation that Drew had once again stepped back from parenting, from his partner, and from those children who rely on him. It's the kind of visual that hits hard. A man allegedly prioritizing his own escape over the family unit he's helped create. But here's where the rumors get divided. Was this genuine heartbreak or carefully choreographed chaos designed to keep the algorithm fed? On one side, folks believe the pain is all too real. Stephanie's alleged live streams show her crying, disoriented, emotionally fraying at the edges with puffy eyes and a cracking voice that suggests she's truly unprepared for handling solo motherhood in that cramped space. To them, this isn't acting. It's a woman allegedly in full crisis mode, grappling with abandonment and the weight of it all. On the flip side, skeptics point to the Jenkins' past patterns, that endless loop of public fights, dramatic exits, tearful videos, and then miraculous reunions right when the views spike. It wouldn't be the first time they've allegedly turned private anguish into clickable content, milking the sympathy for all it's worth. Still, no matter if it's real or staged, one undeniable truth cuts through the noise. The kids are allegedly smack in the middle of it all, witnesses to the storm without any shelter.
If she's not posting, they don't have anything to post. We have definitely see people. I don't know if y'all. I'm a viewer as well as someone who makes the content. So yeah, I'm definitely been seeing people like just post anything, like just to post something. It's still getting thousands of views, but they're literally talking about nothing, y'all. Because she's not posting nothing, and there's no info, there's no tea to spill, you know, because she's keeping it to herself right now. Stephanie's doing the right thing, even though I'm someone who benefits off of the content, like who's monetized and makes money off of her content. No, she's literally doing the right thing right now by not coming out, not saying what's going on, and keeping it to herself and dealing with it amongst herself and with whoever she's dealing with it with. Cause yeah, her content is profitable, but like, this is a real person. And it's probably something super serious this time Because again, it's not like her to not be talking, not like her to not be posting so like consistently, or putting like crazy captions and or making a, you know, defending her, at least, you know, whatever. We know. So yeah, something's definitely going on. She is really a real person. And yeah, it is, as she should, she's taken a step back from social media like she told herself to do with the last situation. And I think she's making a step in the right direction. And I'm actually interested to see like what's going to happen from here. Like, is this the moment where she's going to like get out of this situation? Is she going to go, like, what's going to happen? But this is definitely different, and I'm hoping things will go like upwards for her and the kids as well. Like, I'm hoping she'll get out. But we just gonna have to just wait and see.
At this point, rumors have people wondering if Stephanie's alleged habit of cussing directly at her kids is part of some rage bait strategy to stir up views. The live was supposedly for subs only. Who's paying for that kind of access? But, allegedly, she's going back and forth with her oldest, saying the girl needs to watch her sister to avoid chores so Stephanie can make her stupid life or whatever. The daughter pushes back, sounding elevated and sad, saying, "I'm trying so hard to help you." And Stephanie allegedly fires back, "No, you're not." It escalates until she steps away, muttering under her breath something like, "Shut the F up, stop disturbing me," and then "fuck you" straight to her daughter's face. There's audio floating around from creators who saved it, allegedly 3 or 4 minutes of the full exchange, tagged for anyone wanting the raw version. Right after, Stephanie allegedly posts like nothing happened, captioning something about how life goes on, calling out haters as miserable while claiming she doesn't care. But the irony, allegedly telling her daughter, "fuck you," and then fronting online like it's all good. Rumors urge her to just speak authentically, the way she does to her kids, so people see the real her she's always claiming to be. Imagine labeling viewers as the miserable ones when you're allegedly back with Drew after 24 hours of meltdown, and people are calling you out for talking to your children like this. It's baffling. And honestly, it's why some creators take breaks from Jenkins' content.
Y'all, we gotta talk about this Drew side piece page. I think it is this creator who is on here as Mama D. This is also the same creator that befriended somebody from my state who was friends with my sister and sent them to my grandma's house. Now, a lot of you are asking, why did you tell this girl to go to your grandma's house? Because she was literally texting my sister, going off, saying she was going to my grandma's house. So I said, if you're going to my grandma's house, then I will be waiting there for you, because there's no reason for you to be showing up to my grandmother's house. And if somebody says they're going to my grandma's house, I'm going to handle that. Now, I find it funny, Mama D, you said that you and Hannah never did that, but now you're saying that I was scared to come outside. Anyways, I think that she is running this Drew side piece page, and she has the nerve to say that I paid her to make that page. But that page was asking me to collab with them in July. Either way, y'all are mad that I figured out exactly what y'all have going on here. It also makes sense why you're all of a sudden cool with Stephanie and know all of this information about this Sierra girl that's pregnant, apparently.
It's a lot, like watching a slow-burning fire that never extinguishes, with nothing changing despite the cycles. That's the cruelest part. Stephanie allegedly didn't just yell or curse. She offloaded her emotional baggage onto a 10-year-old already in survival mode, forced to grow up too fast, acting as a second mom before she's done being a kid. Experts would call this parentification, where a child takes on adult roles emotionally or physically. It's a form of emotional neglect, and it allegedly happened live for hundreds to witness. Those viewers, they didn't just judge, they acted. As soon as those words allegedly flew, something snapped, not just in that motel room, but across the audience. Screenshots were taken, the live was clipped, and calls started pouring into Child Protective Services. This moment wasn't a mere breakdown. It was allegedly a breaking point, a cry for help from a child who couldn't voice it herself. But the internet heard it loud and clear. The reports allegedly flooded in because viewers saw more than a frustrated mom. They saw a scared child pushed into emotional labor, shouted at, and cursed by the one person meant to provide safety.
Now, we talked about your attitude with CPS, okay? But do you really understand how that works? I mean, you should, considering they had to tell you to leave your husband. Also, I want to make this clear to you, and this is in courtesy of you, Stephanie. The side piece profile has her own agenda. So, she swears you guys are talking, whatever. It's really weird that you would talk with the girl that was sending nudes to your man, but okay. But just watch your back with that one, okay? Because I guarantee you, nobody paid her to make that account. She said she's going to expose you if you don't leave Drew.
The live was the tipping point. No more excuses, no waiting for Stephanie to clean up her act. Within minutes, people mobilized, circulating footage, calling CPS directly with descriptions of the emotional harm, submitting digital reports with screenshots and timestamps. The urgency was real. This wasn't content anymore. It was allegedly a case demanding attention. And CPS showed up, not after weeks of bureaucracy, but promptly because the evidence was too clear, too public, too undeniable. Allegedly, audio clips surfaced of Stephanie telling her daughter, "Shut the F up, F you," with creators sharing snippets and offering the full 4-minute fight over chores if anyone wanted it. It's hard to hear, especially knowing it's directed at a 10-year-old. Rumors question if we're okay with this, and the answer's a resounding no. When CPS allegedly arrived at the motel, they found what had been described: a cramped, chaotic setup where kids were exposed to yelling, adult breakdowns, and zero stability.
Now, some people say that's holding you accountable. I'm telling you right now, the second you actually leave that man, she's going to be on him. And it really sucks to say that because I was cool with her. But running your mouth about something that obviously isn't honest? No, we don't play sides here. No, I'm really only warning you because I want to give you the chance. I asked her directly, what is this? And she liked me. I was on her side. I was in defense of her. So, yeah. No, Stephanie, you should probably watch your back with that one. Just like you should watch your back with the other people you're talking to, because they're also running their mouths about you. So, I hope you have a good day. And I hope those kids get some food. I hope Bella's hair gets taken care of instead of just thrown up in a ponytail. I'm trying to be nice. My videos have changed because I'm trying to be nicer. I know there's going to be a bunch of people running their mouths. Oh, blah, 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 blah. She's a bully. She's so mean. She picks on people. She doesn't do this. Her husband's this. It's lies. Point blank, don't send them to me. I don't care. Whatever information they have, I can prove that it's wrong.
Those same kids allegedly watch Dad leave and return with no apology, no repair, while Mom praises him and glosses over their confusion. She's not choosing the kids. She's allegedly choosing chaos again. Stephanie keeps putting Drew first, defending his behavior while punishing her children for less, justifying his absences but scolding her daughter for needing help. When overwhelmed, it's allegedly the daughter who absorbs the fallout, turned into a co-parent, scapegoat, emotional buffer. Even with CPS allegedly showing multiple times, Stephanie treats it as an attack, not a wake-up call, doubling down on defending Drew and defying the system. All this, the breakdowns, favoritism, misplaced rage, neglect, allegedly plays out for a live audience, where followers witness dysfunction and kids' pain becomes part of the content currency. This is no longer poor decisions. It's alleged persistent neglect, always choosing Drew over the kids' safety.
If people stopped following them, well, first off, she buys her followers. People that follow her hate follow her. Following doesn't equal endorsement. For one, she's not getting paid for having followers, especially when she buys them. For two, if people stopped making content, her kids would be in much worse condition. CPS wouldn't have just showed up the other day. You guys aren't thinking. You think people are just talking about it, yapping. Oh my god, you're just talking schmack, talking shit. Even Stephanie herself just thinks people are talking shit. She doesn't realize people actually care about those kids because she doesn't. You don't care about the kids clearly because otherwise you would realize that talking about the kids is what's going to save the kids. Shutting up and letting things happen behind closed doors? You see child abuse happening in front of your face, are you just going to turn around? We don't turn the other cheek here. You're talking about turning the other cheek. You're saying, yes, we know this is happening. We know child abuse is happening. Anyway, no. You guys need to think a little harder. And no, I don't know if she's on rugs, but I know what people on rugs and who are manic and bipolar look like, because I've experienced a mother like this. She has the same dead rage eyes my mother had. They're black. And not the color because she has brown eyes like my mom did. Black. I freshly gardened. I don't have red eyes. I'm not going like this. I know how to take care of my shit. Okay? Do not tell me what to talk about on my page. Thank you. It's like the kids in Gaza. They're not gonna get help and get saved if everybody just stops talking about it. If we stopped talking about it, Deshaun wouldn't be with his mother now in a fucking house. He'd still be stuck with that crazy white lady. If people stopped talking about it, Nurse Hannah would probably still be doing God knows what to her kids with 17 diapers around the house. If we stopped talking about it, that Jacqueline girl would still be posting photos of her daughter Ren all over the internet for creeps to look at. If we stopped talking about it, that guy who was clearly grooming his daughter in front of everybody's face, yep, guess what? Investigate it now. Or some shit, I'm not keeping up with that. If nobody said anything about alligator Alcatraz, would it have gotten shut down? If nobody protested, would anything get done? It is that deep. Okay, I'm sorry, it just is.
CPS is still involved, allegedly monitoring closely, and if another incident hits, it could mean custody loss or court intervention. The public watches to protect those kids who deserve better. Stephanie has chances to change, but she'll need to stop blaming the world, stop coddling Drew, and start prioritizing her children. We'll keep eyes on this, hoping for the kids' sake. Real change comes soon. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. You make this channel thrive with your engagement. If you enjoyed the tea, subscribe now for more deep dives, and don't forget to hit that bell. See you next time.